eminent in our own life. So this is why I think it's cool to learn about eminent people, because then you can say, hey, I can be eminent. I can do great things.
My name is Gautam. I was born in India in 1869. I am a lawyer. I nurse the sick people. I vow to bring the peace of heaven to earth. And I was shot in the heart. My last words were, I forgive you, I love you, I love you.
Wow.
Friedrich Handel. His aunt and his mother snuck a harpsichord into the attic when his father wasn't looking, because his father wanted him to be a lawyer. He lived to write some of the most pretty music the world possesses. Hamburg, Germany, is where he wrote his first operas. He loved children very much. Handel once conducted his Messiah at the Children's Hospital. He stopped writing operas and started writing oratorios. Two of his most well-known pieces are Water Music and his Messiah. I'm Alexander. I was born in 350 BC. I was king of Macedonia at age 20. I was a great but ruthless leader. I conquered the Greeks, Persians, India, and all of Asia in only 12 years. But thousands died in my quest for power. I became a very powerful man, but I gained my power by force and punishment. My dearest friend died, and I was so sad that I cut off my hair and the manes and tails of all the horses in my kingdom to show my grief. Shortly after that, I died of fever in 323 BC. This is what I told my generals when I died. My whole life has been a waste, for no one at death can take anything with them. I gained everything in this world except happiness.
I'm Theodora. I'm an empress. I helped rule the Byzantine Empire. My parents ran the circus. I would feed the bears sometimes when I was a girl. Then I learned about Christianity and became a Christian. Justinian, the future emperor, fell in love with me. We married, and I became empress. I helped Justinian save his throne.
That's an amazing story.
Hi, my name is Maxwell. I'm talking about Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria found out she was going to be the queen when she was 11. She was crowned in this picture.
Queen Victoria care about?
Her children, and she had a lot of children, and she liked being a mother. Then her husband died, and then she wore black clothes, and she stayed in her palace for a very long time. She lived when the revolution was. There was factories. And these are some inventions that Queen Victoria always had, the new inventions in her time. Telephone. And this is a camera. And that's my head. That's like gold. I kissed that one. And that's her crown. It's 10,000 or more diamonds. And that's her when she is old and she's going to die. She likes to do this. You would put glue on it, and then you put your things on, and then you put glue on top.
Okay, I am a person of eminence. I was born in 1706. As a scientist, I was fascinated by electricity and made very useful discoveries about how electricity works. My inventions include the lightning rod, bifocals, freestanding wood stove that was named after me, a carriage odometer, and a glass harmonica. I was a signer of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. I was always on a quest to better myself and improve my character. A small leak will sink a great ship. Drive thy business, or it will drive thee. As pride increases, fortune declines. No gains without pains. Having been poor is no shame, but being ashamed of it is. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Oh no, there it is. Who am I? Benjamin Franklin.
The people we admire were often born long ago and lived their whole lives becoming great. Today I would like to tell you about a person of Eminence who is very young. He is my older brother, Joshua Allen Burton. To me, he is already a hero. Joshua Allen Burton was born on May 28, 1990 in Kingston, Ontario. He arrived on a beautiful spring day, the second son of Alan and Heather Burton. Our mother says right from the beginning Joshua seemed to be a thunder or sunshine personality. When he cried, he bellowed. When he laughed with all of his might. Josh has an amazing imagination. This is one of his qualities I love. He can think up interesting games and ways to play anytime. Even when he was a teen, he would play wild and fun games with the kids in our family and neighborhood friends. Josh used his imagination to do many creative things. He likes to act in plays. He writes poetry and stories. He composes original music right out of his head.
See, I'm not just trying to write music that is catchy or that will sell. I really want to write music that has depth and meaning.
He says that when you put many rich and wonderful things into your mind, like great pieces of music, they are stored. Josh has many talents, as you can see, but he has worked hard to develop them. When I feel like giving up, I think of Josh. One other thing I really admire about Josh is that he could be a famous composer right now, but he decided to give 2 years of his life to serve other people in Guatemala to show his faith in God. Josh is a good brother because he is a good person. Here is a video of my brother Josh.
You know, I think I had the same relationship with the piano that most kids have. I like to play around and I always like making up my little songs, but I really didn't like practicing. Eventually, it got to the point where my piano teacher took me aside and said, you know, Josh, you really don't have to do this. Piano isn't for everybody. And it wasn't long after that the whole adventure began. One day when I was about 14, I heard the piano piece Fantasy Impromptu by Chopin. And I was so struck by the passion in it that I went from not even wanting to practice to wanting to be the greatest composer that ever lived. I wanted to be able to write and play music like that. I truly believe that music can change your life forever because that is what it has done for me. and that's what I want my music to do for others. If people can listen to my music and walk away better for having heard it, then I would consider myself a successful artist.
I'm Helen Cole. I was born on July 30th, 1863. I was always interested in mechanics, not farming, but out working at a factory, overhauling my father's farm. I was married in 1888 and ran a sawmill. 1896, the quadricycle. The quadricycle is a self-propelled vehicle. 1903, Ford Motor Company. Was the vice president and chief engineer. Made a few cars a day by 2 or 3. 1908, the Model T. The Model T made by the company is the largest in the world. The cost was about $950, eventually under $300. 1913, assembly line. Using the assembly line to make cars. Reduce assembly time, lowering costs. The model made the company the largest automobile company in the world.
Okay. My name is Gabrielle Von Chanel. When I was born, my mother died and my father left me. I lived in an orphanage for 6 years and I was taught everything by nuns. When I was around 20, I opened up a shop and sold these things. 1910, I sold hats and jewelry. 1920, I sold my first perfume called Chanel No. 5. I worked also as a singer where I became known as Coco. My perfume made me one of the richest women in the world. I have been living in the Ritz Hotel for more than 30 years. When World War II started, me and an officer got into a fight. It led me to shutting down my shops and firing my workers. At the age of 70, I got back into fashion and made the rest of these things. January 10th, about 1971, I passed away in the Ritz Hotel.
Aww.
I am Princess Diana. I was born on July 1st, 1961, from one of Britain's oldest, most important families. On July 1981, I married Prince Charles of the royal family, watched by 750 million people on TV and 600,000 on the street, but it was not happy ever after. This is my title. Now do a spin. Now do a curtsy. Step out. Hi, Michaela. How are you doing today? I brought you a toy.